Congressman Jim Costa is demanding answers tonight after an illegal medical lab was found in Reedley with more than a dozen infectious diseases.
CBS 47's Medeiros Babb has more on Costa's plan to demand congressional action.
The two companies behind the labs have been operating in California cities, including Tulare, Fresno, and Reedley, and they flew under the radar for 10 years. Now, local government officials saying it's federal legislation that needs to change.
A lot of red flags have come up. I mean, the CDC has determined that there's over 20 infectious diseases.
Infectious diseases, thousands of gallons of hazardous chemicals, and bioengineered mice. That was what was found inside of what was supposed to be a vacant Reedley warehouse earlier this year.
I think in my mind raises the seriousness that this needs to be addressed at the highest level on the federal side.
Congressman Jim Costa represents the district that Reedley sits in. He says in March he got a call from the Reedley city manager pleading for help, saying the city was sounding alarm since December, but no one was listening.
And the inability to get anyone to be accountable, and either at the county or at the state level.
The ball finally got rolling and the court process began to get inside of the lab. What they found inside in the weeks to come would send shockwaves through the community, including vials of blood, 30 refrigerators and freezers, and a laundry list of diseases, including malaria, COVID, E. coli, hepatitis, and several others.
We want to get to the bottom of this, and determine whether or not there's any other potential labs that exist anywhere else in the country, for that matter.
The lab out of Reedley was run by Prestige Biotech, a Nevada corporation that was established in 2019. Prestige is the creditor to Universal Meditech, Inc., a California corporation established in the state nearly 10 years ago in Tulare. The companies flew under the radar, and the illegal activity wasn't brought to the forefront until December of 2022. That's because Fresno County Department of Health Assistant Director Joe Prado says clinical lab testing is managed by the state, which enforces federal regulations. That means that county and city governments have no jurisdiction or authority over the labs.
Whatever this business enterprise kind of represents themselves as, they unfortunately do not have to report to the local public health department.
Prado and other city and county officials now calling for a change at the federal level.
And I think there's opportunities for improvement with the regulations there.
Part of the ask is giving local departments at least some jurisdiction. Costa says first the FBI and other agencies need to finish the investigation, but then legislators need to consider changes to stop labs like this one from popping up.
When we get to the bottom of this, we may have to pursue federal legislation that requires approval at the federal level by the Food and Drug Administration, maybe in conjunction with the Center for Disease Control.
And Congressman Costa plans to be briefed by the FBI on the lab shortly, including the connection of the lab to China. Reporting in the studio, Medeiros Babb, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.